Hi, everybody. This is Moss Jackson coming back to talk to you about, well, it's my program Mondays with Moss. I haven't recorded for a while. Been busy working on a film project and a new book for 2020 called Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Nice little word. Well, anyway, I want to talk to you about that for a little bit today. I gave a talk last week to about 30 or 40 entrepreneurs on this whole notion, how to live an extraordinary life. And a couple of things came up, a couple of questions came up. Well, very importantly, if you want to live an extraordinary life, it would seem to me you need to have some idea of what do you want in life. You know, what's your desire? What's your passion? Is it to write a book? Is it to learn how to play piano? Have a great relationship? Get a job that you really like? Spend time traveling? It really doesn't matter. Being extraordinary doesn't mean, being tremendously successful and rich and famous. It really means having satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment. But you first have to start with, what do you want? Once you know what you want, another question is, do you have a plan or a strategy to get you there? You need a GPS. Like when I travel in my car, I love my GPS. I say, Siri, get me to wherever I want to go, and Siri tells me what to do. It makes my life very, very simple and much easier. I could just drive, talk, listen to music, and not have to worry or think about what direction to go. So do you have a direction to go, and do you have a plan to get there? Next, if you could change anything about your life that stops you from being extraordinary and having a lovely life, what would you have to change? Is it your procrastination? Do you have a limiting belief, like you're not good enough? Do you have a bad attitude? Do you turn people off? It'd be really important to find out what that behavior is or attitude. And if you don't know, ask people if they could change anything about you that would benefit your life. What would they like to see you change? The one person you can't really see clearly is you. Other people see us very clearly, and they probably know what you need to change. So a third thing to think about is how to transform your life into reality, which means the actions you need to take. In 1969, when Neil Armstrong and his space crew went to the moon, they were off course 80% of the time. The distance to the moon was 235,000 miles, about that, but they traveled about 265,000 miles, a 30,000 mile error. They were off course 80% of the time, yet they hit the target a quarter of a mile from bullseye. How'd they do that? They kept taking small actions to keep moving them back to the path. So the 4 steps are passion. What do you want in life? Number 2, what specific goals are you shooting for? 3, what's your action plan? 4, can you keep bouncing back even when there are difficulties? And very importantly, is there something you need to change that other people may be able to help you change? Now, some of you have written and asked me about how to become a better navigator. Well, maybe the first thing to do is find out, how are you going through life? Are you going through life as a navigator, someone with vision, goals, action, resiliency? Are you going through life as a survivor, fighting every step of the way? Or maybe some of you are going through life as a victim, really struggling and feeling powerless. Well, if you want to know, go online to www.navigatingforsuccess, www.navigatingforsuccess.com, and take my free How Are You Going Through Life? That will tell you how you're going through life. And if you want to then learn how to get back on course or get on the right course and live an extraordinary life, you can go on Amazon, pick up one or two of my books under Moss Jackson, or look below and there'll be a link for you to take to get on. And I hope to hear from you soon. In the meantime, may you live an extraordinary life. Take good care, folks.